Say hello to the new Blue Band with vanilla. Double the yum with classic Blue Band flavor and rich creamy vanilla taste. New Blue Band with vanilla, the taste you love plus vanilla. Now available in stores countrywide.
As Zambia counts down to the 13th August general elections, PTV2 Zambia is your trusted source for every major update, every key development, and every decisive move.
Campaigns are underway, promises are being made, and the battle for votes has officially begun.
During this election season, we will break down the 2026 general elections, comparing today's political landscape with 2021 and previous elections.
We'll analyze campaign promises, scrutinize manifestos, and we bring you in-depth coverage in 7 major local languages. Most importantly, we'll give the people the voice.
2026 like we are 1994.
Because this election is all about the Zambian citizen. And when the votes begin to count, we'll be coming live from the Mlungushi International Conference Center, delivering verified, accurate, and up-to-the-minute results as they happen.
Stay tuned to PTV2, the home of breaking news.
On Prime TV2, verify it. Our dedicated reporters across the country bring you accurate, well-researched news, keeping you informed 24/7. Catch us on Topstar Channel 110 and follow us on Facebook at Prime TV2 Zambia. Prime TV2, the home of breaking news.
The following is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content provider.
We will not rest until every Zambian family feels the benefit of this generational change.
Niwake mupando mulekeni, asibanchito hakainde. Niwake mupando mulekeni, asibanchito hakainde. Niwake mupando mulekeni, asibanchito hakainde. Together, tweneleja bamo. Isemi pikatane, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I together, toneleja pambo. Isemi pikatane, yeah, yeah, yeah. Niwake mupando mulekelendi, asibanchito hakainde. Niwake mupando mulekeni, 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 asibanchito hakainde.
Can we do more? Yes, we can do more. The work continues. We want to rest even more.
Niwake mupando mulekeni, asibanchito hakainde. Niwake mupando mulekeni, asibanchito hakainde.
The preceding content is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content providers.
Hello and welcome to News Flash on PTV2, the home of breaking news. We are 22 days away from the August 13th general elections. Thank you so much for joining us. We're coming to you live on Topstar, channel 110, Azam Decoder TV, channel 493, and streaming on our Facebook page, PTV2 Zambia. We take a look at the receiving treatment after a road crash that has claimed the life of his wife, CLARA KACHENJELA. Transparency International Zambia has condemned the rising political violence, intimidation and destruction of campaign materials ahead of next month's general election. And NRPUP presidential candidate Brian Mundubile says his government will reform the SEC and strengthen its independence through a new reporting system. Those are your headlines. With the news in detail, my name is Rhoda Mlenga. SAMFYA Town Council Secretary HANDSON KACHENJELA is receiving treatment at Liteta Hospital after being involved in a road traffic accident near Chisamba that claimed the life of his wife, CLARA KACHENJELA. According to preliminary reports, Mr. KACHENJELA sustained injuries in the crash and was rushed to the hospital for medical attention. The circumstances surrounding the accident have not yet been disclosed. Meanwhile, in an obituary notice, Acting Council Secretary Msonda Munsha said the council is deeply saddened by the tragic loss and has extended its heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family. Mr. Munsha said details of the funeral arrangements will be communicated in due course. He added that the council stands in solidarity with the KACHENJELA family during this difficult time and prayed that God grants them strength, comfort and peace as they mourn the loss of their loved one. Moving on, Transparency International Zambia has expressed concern over the continued incidents of political violence, intimidation, destruction of campaign materials, and attacks targeting political players across the country. TIZ Executive Director Maurice Nyambe says incidents recorded during the latest monitoring period include the reported killing of the driver of an independent aspiring candidate in Magoe, the attempted disruption of an opposition mobilization meeting in Livingston, and the assault of the driver of a Tonse Alliance parliamentary candidate in Petauke, during which the campaign vehicle was also reportedly damaged. Mr. Nyambe says political violence remains one of the greatest threats to the credibility and integrity of Zambia's electoral process. He notes that every assault, threat, abduction, act of vandalism, and incident of intimidation undermines citizens' constitutional rights to freely participate in political activities.
We further wish to strongly condemn the circumstances that led to the death of Mr. Nelson Chikubi of Lusaka's John Leng Township, who allegedly died after being assaulted by a suspected UPND cadres following an incident involving a radio station playing an opposition campaign song. TIZ notes that the Zambia Police Service has since instituted investigations into the matter, and we encourage a thorough and impartial investigation to establish the facts surrounding this incident. In that respect, it is our fervent hope that the Zambia Police Service will keep the public updated on the progress of this investigation rather than allow the issue to die a natural death and be eroded from public discourse. Political violence remains one of the biggest threats to the credibility of Zambia's elections. Every assault, threat, abduction, act of vandalism, and incident of intimidation undermines the constitutional right of citizens to freely participate in political activities and must be condemned in the strongest possible terms by all well-meaning stakeholders.
Meanwhile, a Catholic priest in Mansa district, Luapula province, Father Andrew MUKOSA, says Zambia has continued to make significant strides in strengthening democracy by allowing citizens to freely express their views. Speaking in an exclusive interview with PTV2 News, Father MUKOSA observed that political parties participating in the August 13th general election have been able to campaign freely, criticize government policies, and present their manifestos without intimidation. He says the democratic space currently being enjoyed by political players and citizens should not be abused, but instead be used to promote peaceful messages, tolerance, and national unity. Pascom Kabila has the details.
Seen that there has been some systems that have prevented people from speaking, maybe some laws or anything else. But at the moment, I think we have a system in Zambia, the system of government, where power is at least resting in the people, because we are actually able to say what we want to say. And we are actually able to criticize without worrying about our lives or worrying about who is going to attack me or who is going to follow me. I think that's very good.
However, Father MUKOSA has cautioned against the abuse of freedom of speech.
A freedom of speech should not be taken badly, especially by individuals. And when I speak like that, I'm speaking both on the public point of view, where individuals are concerned, but both on the ruling government and our various opposition, that the words you use should sharpen somebody in a very positive way and should always help us to unite ourselves as Zambians. I put a point, Pasco, on this line that speaking is healing, and speaking comes with bringing up something that people need to learn, and all of us should be docile. The docility that we are able to have with one another. Differences are there. We are different parties. We are different ideologies, but again, there should be that harmony in our speaking, so that when we speak, we build.
Meanwhile, Father MUKOSA has urged the government to enact laws that serve the interests of all citizens, emphasizing
that will stand the test of time. So if I was a leader of the Republic of Zambia, I should be cautioned to make laws that are going to help the majority of people. Not to say because I'm after this one or this one and I need to teach this one a lesson, so let me make such a law. We've heard it from history that people have made such laws.
Michael Himosa Jr. reports that NRPUP presidential candidate Brian Mundubile says his administration will reform the reporting structure of the Anti-Corruption Commission to enhance transparency and accountability if elected into office. To the president, it will need to improve transparency and ensure that no individual implicated in an SEC report can evade accountability on the basis of political connections.
We're going to reform the Anti-Corruption Commission. One of the things we're going to do, for instance, is on reporting. The time the SEC will be giving a report to the president, will also be handing over a report to Parliament and the parliamentary committee. This is to increase transparency, such that if my young man here, Smith, is in that SEC report and he thinks I'll save him because he's my friend, I will not be able to, because that report will also be sitting before a parliamentary committee. So that's one way that we're going to fight corruption, even when we're in government, even when it involves our people. So would have warned all our ministers, would have warned our people to remain above board, because there will be nothing hidden under the carpet. We'll make sure that our dealings are above board. And one way of doing that, one is to make sure that we improve and reform the reporting method of the SEC. And secondly, the anti-corruption will not fall under the office of the president, because we want to make sure that even the office of the president is checked by the Anti-Corruption Commission. So that's how we want to remain transparent in the dealings, in dealing with a corrupt.
And finally, in Western Province, the government, through the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, Wetland Crop Component and Food Security Park Recoveries, has handed over 10 Trido pumps and a hammer mill to farmers in the area in Mawawa and Sopu areas of Limulunga and in Mongo districts have also received a boost to increase production. The equipment was presented by Ministry Permanent Secretary Beatrice Chilomo, who says the move is part of the government's strategic plan of reducing poverty among vulnerable but viable farmers. The farmers in the area have expressed gratitude to the ministry for supporting them. More details in this report.
One hammer mill, over 1 treadle pumps valued at 111,081 kwacha. These assets have been financed from recoveries realized under the wetland cropping component and the food security program pack. This investment have a significant impact on the lives of the people in this community. Hammer mill will greatly reduce the distance that community members previously traveled, approximately 30 kilometers, to access milling services.
Dr. Silirombi Telela, representing the Provincial Permanent Secretary, Smoma Kapelwa, echoed this sentiment, urging the beneficiaries to make the most of this opportunity.
I want to encourage you to take care of the hammer mill and the 10 treadle pump that will be donated, that will be handed over to you today. These Sopu and Mawawa areas of Mongu and Limulunga continue to supply fresh vegetables to the markets in Mongu and Limulunga.
Induna Mayunyi of the Barosero establishment expressed optimism that these resources will stimulate agricultural activities and improve livelihoods in the area.
Sopu kisilalanda zesimu sesilima ulu miloho imiba tuba ne bakona kwikataza kalwabona kwane kula kunanula biboki ingongolo kuselaela choleka chenu molubonezi chwana kulimane ba community development kama ata aketelelo yende yaena mshemi waluna kainde ichilema bako nene kufiwasikayo basali nisichaba sokanu kwa sopu mane niliselaeli sona matridu pampu luna niti yetu ulimi bukaba nisikonkwa nisakuya vapata.
Farmers in turn are hopeful that the hammer mill will reduce the time and effort required to access milling services, ultimately improving their productivity and income.
Litume alukwa muso shangwe na ulimatsi mwito tuinyani ahulu kachekule kelufuma naisa iso litume alukwa muso shangwe sigayo niso na kafe alu litume la kusona ahulu akuli ne kushwama bote pokuma kona kufa mtu wanjinga kuyela kwa Mungu wayo kutauchile mashenya hao
weza ngakunandula kani mwalisima kuisa kwa kuselaela neli musebezi omutu na che musebezi wase woberekire muso litume zikuona.
For Prime TV News in Limulunga District, Marcus Brian Sakvita.
And that item ends the news flash on PTV2. Let's take a recap of the stories that made headlines. SAMFYA Town Council Secretary HANDSON KACHENJELA is receiving treatment after a road crash that has claimed the life of his wife, CLARA KACHENJELA. Transparency International Zambia has condemned the rising political violence, intimidation and destruction of campaign materials ahead of next month's general elections. And NRPUP presidential candidate Brian Mundubile says his government will reform the SEC and strengthen its independence. On behalf of the entire news and production crew, my name is Rhoda Mlenga. Do stay tuned.
The following is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content provider.
We will not rest until every Zambian family feels the benefit of this generational change.
Niwake mupando mulekeleni Asibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeni Asibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeleni Asibanchito hakainde Niwake mupando mulekeni Azibanchito hakainde. Together, twaneleja babo. Iseme pikatane, yeah, yeah. Oh, adi. Together, twaneleja babo. Iseme pikatane, yeah, yeah. Niwake mupando mulekelendi. Azibanchito hakainde. 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 Niwake mupando mulekelendi. Azibanchito hakainde.
Can we do more? Yes, we can do more. The work continues. We want to rest even more.
Niwake mupando mulekelendi. Azibanchito hakainde. Niwake mupando mulekelendi. Azibanchito hakainde.